so you guys could kind of follow along since I make all kinds of weird, freaky stuff. And Beet Kvass is a really good liver tonic. It cleans your blood. You do have to be careful if you have oxalate issues, that it's got a lot of oxalates in it, but beets are really beautiful. They look like, you know, when you're a little kid and you think you're going to find this mine of like amazing, beautiful jewels or fruit that looks like jewels, and this fruit looks like a ruby. It's just so beautiful. And I went ahead and peeled mine already. The recipes for Beet Kvass are many, and they vary. And some people say peel the beets. Some people say do not peel the beets. Just scrub them really good. And since I got my beets not out of my garden, I just bought organic beets from Trader Joe's. So I decided I haven't any idea where they grew them. So I peeled mine most of the way, not completely. But I'm going to chop them up. I'm making a gallon of Beet Kvass today. I have this big, giant jar. So I'm going to make like a gallon of Beet Kvass. So I'm going to start with, I got 3 bags of beets. It's probably, I don't know how many pounds per bag it was. Let me see if I can see. 1 pound. So 3 pounds of beets. This is what I'm making. And this thing, and that's usually about right. So I'm just gonna start up here chopping the beets while I talk to you about how much I love this stuff. So I made it not knowing what it was gonna taste like, and it's very earthy. And when I say earthy, I mean dirt. So it does taste a little bit like pickled dirt at first, but then it has a little kick to it, and it definitely helps digestion issues, and if you've ever had pickled beets, you get that kind of as the remainder of what you make. But I make mine with ginger, so it definitely has more of a kick to it. So it gets a little bit of that kombucha feeling. If you drink kombucha with ginger, you'll definitely get that like ginger kombucha thing out of it. I'm gonna cut my beets so you can see. Here's like, you know, the size I'm cutting them into, and just put them in the jar. And I got a lot of beets to cut up. Like I said, 3 pounds of beets. Kind of went overkill, but I have this giant jar, so it's nice because I have a bunch of these jar Grolish bottles, these big ones. At Trader Joe's, they make a ginger drink at Christmas time, is triple ginger brew. I don't know if you've had it, but it's pretty yummy. There's a lot of sugar in it though. So I water it down when I drink it, or add it to something else, some kind of juice or something, and water that down too. And then I save the bottles, and then you have this like bottle of tonic in your fridge. So anyway, chopping up my beets. They smell really good. They do make your hands look like you've like just murdered someone, like you're like Lady Macbeth or something. What kind of dreams am I going to have tonight? Anyway, it takes about 10 days to ferment kvass, this kvass. In fact, there's so many different variations. Like mine is going to be the more pickled, salty one. But apparently all the Russians do it with sugar. So they'll add sugar or honey to their kvass with some rye bread, or you can use rye crackers, and like those rye crisp crackers or whatever, you can add that to it. And the sugar from that helps ferment it, but it's a sweet beet juice. And if you want to know how the health benefits differ, I would say look at the Russian people, because that is like some of the healthiest people on the planet. So, in my opinion, your your sugar isn't going to hurt you. Let's put it that way. And it's not a lot. It's just enough for it does make it something sweet apparently, but it's not going to be so much sugar that you're like drinking a fruit juice or something. It's just going to be a little bit of sugar, which is kind of fun. Anyway, I'm going to look like I murdered someone when this is all said and done. Look at there's beet blood on my knife. Ha ha ha. Anyway, yes, so this ferments for 10 days. I got organic beets. So Trader Joe's sells organic beets in 1 pound bags. And I'm sure you could use less. I'll tell you what the main thing is that you're going to have. I have my salt here. You're going to use half tablespoon of salt per quart. So, per quart of stuff that you're making. So anyway, a kvass, which it won't be kvass at first, it'll just be per water, but obviously there will be less water than a gallon in this because the jar is filling up with beets. It's looking so beautiful. And it smells really good too. It smells really good. Yeah, almost cut my finger out. That would have been nice for this video. Some carnage in there, some real blood with the beet blood. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, we're down to my last 2 beets, and then we're going to go on to our ginger. I love ginger because it really, that beet does not. It's a tough one. Did not want to come apart. Anyway, when you're done, this is actually, I should say this is actually going to make 2 batches. This amount of beets, and this will make 2 batches. So you make this one 10, 11 days later. You bottle up the juice after straining it, and then you add more water and more salt, and then you go another 10 days, and then you get a whole nother thing. So I'm going to have so much kvass. Making a 1 gallon jar. That's a big one. Hello. And anyway, so here it is. I'm about to chop up my ginger. I just chopped all the beets up. I'm just going to like kind of coarse chop the ginger. It's obviously getting stained because the beet juice is still on the knife. And that's fine because it's all going into the same place. I often peel my ginger, but today I'm not peeling my ginger because it's a pain in the butt. And so I'm not going to do it. So now we have our beets and we have our ginger. That's a lot. And then I'm going to put some of the orange rind in there. I'm just going to grate up a little bit of the orange rind. And then, or the lemon rind. And then some of the orange. I got 4 mandarins I'm going to put in. I'll put a little bit of the rind in there. Like that, chopped up. But they say you can just put the whole rinds in there. You don't want to do that with the lemons though. So with the lemons, I'm going to cut them up. And I'm going to juice them. One of my friends taught me with juicing is you just stick your fork in there and squeeze, and you use your fork, kind of like gets the juice out, really gets it out. So I'm going to put the lemon juice in there. I was going to do 2 lemons, but I'm almost feeling like that's going to be a lot of lemon. I don't know. I'm going to go with 2 lemons. Because that's going to be, that's good. All right. So my mandarins. Ooh, look how pretty. pretty that looks. Almost looks like a blood orange because I got all that beet juice on my hands getting in there. So then I'm going to use the juice from 4 mandarins. I got my mandarins going in. I got my lemon, 1 lemon in there. I'm just going to put that mandarin skin right in there, one of the halves. I feel like I could put all of it. They say to put the peel in there and everything, but I'm going to do 1 whole mandarin peel in there. And then, you know, full juice from 4 mandarin oranges. This is so beautiful already. It looks like a work of art or something here. The beautiful juices. Big sticky mess. Oh, but we're almost there. We're almost to the finish line. So yeah, they had organic mandarins at Trader Joe's. So I love Trader Joe's. That's where I get everything. Their organic stuff is so much cheaper than the grocery store. It's like if you want to buy organic and have a good selection, onions, potatoes, I mean, everything you want organic, they have it at Trader Joe's. Even odd, rare things that you don't find at other stores or whatever, you will find them at Trader Joe's organic, where other stores may not have the selection of organic. But unless you're going to spend an arm and a leg at Whole Foods, or as we like to call it, whole paycheck. Because it will cost you your whole paycheck. Anyway, so I get my last lemon in there, lemon juice in there. And then we're going to pour some of my water in. Now, I filtered my water through a Berkey filter. I have a big Berkey and I love it. And that way I get the fluoride out of the water. And then I just put it in this dish so it can pour in quicker. Because it takes a little. So, for Beet Kvass, you want to do 1/2 of a tablespoon of salt per quart. But since I have a gallon jar and I have 3 pounds of beets, I have this nice little pinch cup here. So we have enough salt in there. Make sure that salt gets everywhere in the juice. Oh, that's beautiful. It's so pretty right now even. It's already getting like a pink color to it that you can see. Let's move this back here so you can see that like pink is already coloring all of the fruit and everything. It is hard to find this big of jars with really good lids, and my lid's okay. It does the job. So let's like stir it up a little bit, just so we make sure like everything. So it's supposed to be airtight, like whatever, and yeah, I don't know if it will get completely airtight with the lid that I have for my jar. It's okay. Some of that in there. A little bit more of the orange peel, rind, whatever. Rinse my hands off really quick. And there is our beautiful Beet Kvass. Right up to here. You will see a little white dots on the top, and that is not necessarily mold. I forget what it is, but it's not mold. And if you get mold, you'll know. It'll be fuzzy, and this will not. These are not like fuzzy. I can't remember what it is, but I've heard with just a teeny bit of mold, you can actually just take it off the top if it's not too bad, like mold all over. But anyway, so this is my Beet Kvass. Now you can see it. It's very beautiful. Hello, there's me and my beautiful Beet Kvass. The citrus Beet Kvass with ginger. And once you get it all bottled up, you're going to, it'll be 11 days. It's going to sit in a dark spot on my counter and ferment, and then I will bottle it up. And once it's bottled, I leave it on the counter, burp it one day, and then put it in the fridge the next day. In my Grolsch bottles. And it makes a wonderful tonic. It's delicious. It's great for the blood, great for liver detox. It's so good for digestion. If you have a heavy meal, you can have a little bit of Beet Kvass and you'll be good to go. What else did I want to say? Oh, so as soon as I empty this out and bottle it, I'm going to pour more water and more salt and do it another 11 days, and then I will bottle all of that. And luckily I have enough bottles for all of that kvass, because I'm going to have it for a long time, because you just have a little bit tonic amount. This is, my little evening tonic. Don't have to drink wine anymore. I got my kvass now, which is nothing like wine. It's definitely got a beet juice flavor. This is a ginger kvass, but I didn't do mandarins in this one, but it's very tasty. Cheers. Delicious, healthy, wonderful. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching me make Beet Kvass and get my hands all like wonderful and pink. I got pink fingers now. And you all have a good night, all right? Take care.